Hi, this is Erica with Refine Your Way of Life, and I am back today with another event decor video. So this was a dinner party for 20 people, and it was held in the client's home. They have a beautiful first floor, kind of like basement, where they have a full bar and plenty of space to host guests. I love this particular client. She had attended a baby shower that I did about 2 years ago, and so she was getting ready to host a couple shower for a couple who was getting married, and she was just very much like, I just wanted to look nice. She didn't have a lot of specifications, just whatever. She trusted me to do what I needed to do. She knew that she wanted just some light kind of neutral colors, so I sent her this color palette. She circled the two colors that she liked and sent it back to me, and I started to plan everything. She chose a blush pink and a silver, and because it was for a couple, I wanted to make the blush pink more of an accent color so that the shower could be a little bit more masculine. This was a fairly easy install. It was just me and my little trusty assistant, aka my daughter, and we were setting up the table for 20 guests, so it didn't take very long. I think as I've been doing this for a while, I know how to plan ahead, have everything organized in a way that when we get there, we can set up quickly and we're not occupying their space for a long period of time, and it's just more efficient as time goes on. Some of the things that I like to do ahead of time is just go, if I'm going to use candles, go ahead and put my candles in the vases. If it's not very heavy, if I'm going to add water and floating candles, I can go ahead and add that water ahead of time. Also, if we're going to use chair covers, we go ahead and put them on ahead of time. Just the napkins were already folded with the napkin rings on them. Anything that we can do ahead of time to save time when we arrive to the job site is just so much more helpful. So of course you plan a party, you plan that party for 20 people, and that number may change the closer that you get to the date. She did notify me ahead of time that her number had gone up to 26. Luckily they had this bar space with lots of seating, so I did set some place settings up at the bar for those additional people. You can see here it's kind of a little bit tight, like we're squeezing around the bar, so we did end up sliding the table over just a little bit to allow more room for guests to walk around. You can see here that my daughter is taking her sweet time getting those chair covers on and getting the sashes on the chairs. We did have one issue to where we set the table up with just plain chairs and asked the client to look at it to decide if she wanted to add the chair covers or not. She did choose to go ahead and add the chair covers, which was not an issue because we only had 20 chairs. My daughter did put the plates and the napkins, and as you can see, they are not straight. So I always kind of go back and check everything, check every place setting, fix the napkins, fix the plates, because I want everything to look perfect. So she did take these pictures while I was setting up the balloons, And then I went back and made a few adjustments. I want to make sure all of the sashes are on correctly and all of that. They just wanted a simple balloon setup for guests to be able to take pictures. So this tiara wall is about 6.5 feet tall and about 4 feet wide. I set that up and I added some silver, blush pink, and ivory balloons along with some pearls and some pink roses. I will link all of the items that we used for this particular job in the comments below the video. Kind of at the last minute, right before we were about to leave, the client asked for an additional table to add some sweet treats. So I always kind of bring some extra items just in case. So I was able to set this table up for her to have her sweet treats. So before we go, I did go through and just take some photos of the entire area with the setup. Of course, the client is going to light the candles about 15 minutes before her guests arrive. You can see that we've set the bar stools up to the bar. We have our charger plates, our dinner plates, our napkins. The napkin rings that I used here are actually from Shein, and they tied in perfectly with that pearl and eucalyptus theme that we were going with. So we have the table set up for the couple to sit at one end, and then for all of their guests to sit along the sides of the table. And we do have 6 place settings at the bar for additional guests to sit as well. My clients for this particular job just had a beautiful, beautiful home. I think to have a full bar set up in your house like this is just totally awesome. I would want to have a party every weekend. And so I really enjoyed working with them. We did create some signage. So we had a cocktail menu for the drinks that they were going to be serving. And I also created a welcome sign at the entrance where their guests would arrive. So here's our final video of how everything turned out. I was just really happy with this one. Of course, whatever our clients are looking for, we will provide. So this client was kind of open, but if they have more specific ideas, we are all about taking your vision and just bringing it to life. And this is what I really, really enjoy doing. And I really enjoyed this job and just talking to the client, and I'm hoping that I can work with her in the future.